Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Couples Talk with Demetric and Mimi. Together we are
Team Byrd. Let's get it.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so today we are talking about complaints versus criticisms. So what does that mean? Pretty much anytime you're with someone, your partner in life, relationships, whatever, you're going to have something that you don't like about the person or something that you just wish could be a little bit better, right? And so if it's important enough, all right, now you co-sign a little hard on that.
I just said true.
I mean, it was a little loud.
Just saying true.
Saying it with your chest. All right. So you'll have something.
That's not saying it with your chest, Mimi. Come on.
I heard it.
If I say it with my chest, you'd be like, you're yelling. All right. Bite being focused.
I heard it.
All right, let's start over.
No, we're going to keep going.
Okay, keep going.
All right.
A complaint.
A complaint, right? So if it bothers you enough, as I was saying, you're going to verbalize it, right? Vocalize it in some way. And so it's either going to be a complaint or it's going to be a criticism. So what's the difference?
So a complaint is pretty much when you're dealing with someone concerning a specific behavior or event. That's important that you remember behavior or event.
Yes.
So a complaint somewhat has three parts to it, right? How the specific behavior made you feel, right? So there's a feeling, I felt like this, or I was angry when, you lay out that behavior or that event, right? Okay. The second part, you lay out the situation.
Yeah.
And then the third part, you lay out what you prefer should have happened or what desired outcome that you wanted to happen. Yeah. So it's what you want, prefer, or anything along those lines. So there's the three parts to
the complaint structure.
An official complaint.
The official complaint. All right. So
complaint. Can I do that? I want to complain. I'm gonna complain. let me do the complaint. I want to do a complaint.
That's natural for some people. Some people. I'm just saying. Some people.
I'm not a complainer.
I said some people.
Are you rubbing my back as if I'm a complainer?
I said some people.
That's subliminal messages. Does that apply? That's suggestive marketing.
I'm waiting to be educated.
Okay.
I need to know about this. This is important.
So a complaint would be, I don't like how you rub my back in the middle of recording a video when I'm trying to give the complaint structure.
Let's have another example. How about something generic, like sweeping?
Well, don't rub my back. All right.
I acknowledge your complaint.
All right. So real complaint example. All right. Yeah. So, it made me mad when you didn't sweep the kitchen last night when you said you was. Could you please go sweep the kitchen now? So that's a complaint, pretty much.
If I got something to do, but I'll take your complaint and register it.
All right. So notice the three structures of that complaint, right?
Yeah.
It points out a specific behavior or event. The behavior was the sweeping, right? And the situation was that, the behavior was you didn't sweep. The situation was the sweeping. And then the end part, the third part of it would be like when you want it done. Like, what do I prefer to fix this complaint or to
like a desired
outcome, per se. And so therefore it would be like, hey, could you go do it now? That was the end result of the complaint. Could you go do it now? Was the end result of the complaint. Okay, so that's really the three-part structure of a complaint. You focus on the behavior and you focus on a specific event.
Yes.
Now,
and
when you get into
desired outcome, your call to action, what would you like to happen?
Yes. And so now when you cross over into criticism, it's a totally different ball game. Now, criticism is when you really start like expressing feelings concerning a person's character. Right. You're not
not the behavior.
And no longer the event. Yeah. Now it's like this is personal. You're taking low blows. And so give some example of criticizing, Mimi.
For example, right? Like, you're so lazy, or you never do this, or you always do that.
These definite like statements of always, never. Anytime you go to arguing with utilizing you never, you whatever, all these evers and nevers, never land, whatever the case may be. When you sound like Peter Pan, you're not being true. You're in fantasy world, because no one always does something like consistently like a robot, right? So,
or, okay, let's focus on the behavior. You're saying someone is lazy. You're so lazy. So now you're taking the focus away from the action or the event, right?
And so you're throwing these low blows, and this is when you're gonna consistently fall into a negative sentiment, because when you start criticizing someone, now you're really poking them to flare up, and when they flare up, you're gonna flare up. The Bible says, soft words
turns away wrath.
Wrath.
See how I came through with that? Did you forget?
Yes. And now, but to be honest, you could criticize someone with soft words, but there's another saying that you could say what's right, but yet be wrong at the
in your delivery.
Yeah.
So then the message gets lost, right?
Exactly.
And now you're arguing about whatever else instead of what the real issue is.
Exactly.
Like you're talking about, you said it like this, or your tone was, a certain way, or you cutting your eyes.
I heard that before.
I'm working on it. I'm working on the eye roller, but that's besides the point. So you focus on the issue and not the person's character.
Exactly. Yeah. And so if you want to build a positive sentiment in your home, or we like to say culture in your home, and also keep those love points flowing amongst your spouse, listen, it's important that you focus on issuing out complaints, right? And some people may need to sit down and think about how they want to present something before they say it, because like the Bible says, who can tame the tongue? So sometimes if you let that loose, it's hard to bring it back. But focus on the complaint instead of the criticism, right? Complaints will probably help you communicate more effectively your feelings and things that disappoint you. Criticism is going to only cause more flare-ups, negative things, and the outcomes are not going to be what you desire to happen. And so just remember that a complaint has 3 parts.
Yes. So how you feel about a situation, and then your call to action. What's your preferred, outcome?
Yeah. So, hey, peace out.